It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and welcome to a very wet day here in South Wales. And I thought, because it's wet and because it's a bit miserable, I'll crack open a beer. Any excuse to crack open a beer, eh? This is by Reissdorf, and it's a bottle of their Kolsch. It's a 500ml bottle in brown glass bottle, and it's 4.8% ABV. No English whatsoever on the back of the bottle here. I can see though, with my limited German, it's water, malt, hops, and there's some hop extract and some yeast. There we go. There's the bottle cap. So without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. There you go. I quite like a Kolsch. Decent style lager. Lager brewed for the kind of Köln region of Germany. So we got a 4-finger white head, lots of carbonation. Now there's no widget on the bottom of this glass, but there's loads of carbonation rolling up the glass here. It's a straw coloured, crisp looking, clear looking beer. Now the beer was kindly sent to us by our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK, with a fantastic range of beer from all over the world. If you've travelled the world, if you've been on holiday somewhere, if you've worked away and you've tried that beer that you love and you want to find it again, it might have been this one for argument's sake. You might have been drinking this in Germany and you're thinking to yourself, I really want to try that beer again. But of course, you're in the UK. The best place to find that beer is beersofeurope.co.uk. So hit the link in the description box of the video. Off we go. So, aroma on the beer then. It's got a nice... It's got that classic German light wafer biscuit aroma. And that's the quality malt that the Germans use to brew their beer. But I got an interesting question here. Of course, I'm going to have to taste the beer first. But I have a question that I want to ask you people. And that's because this aroma is very similar to other beer styles, or another beer style. But I just need to check first. It's spicy and peppery on the back end. Nice amounts of malt coming through. A little bit of lemon from the hop. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Terrific, terrific, terrific beer. Oh, fabulous. My love affair with German beer just is growing and growing and growing and growing. Never did I think that I would enjoy German beer as much as I am in this present moment, but when it first kind of switched on for me about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I was in Brewery Oberquell, and I arrived in Brewery Oberquell after like 8 hours of travelling to Germany. I arrived there in the afternoon. They had an outside seating area, an outside beer garden where they had barbecues and people eating pizza and so forth. But they also had outside fermenters. And this was the moment for me, this click, this switch, yeah, it was like flicking a switch with German beer. Fell in love with it. And I was hot, sweaty, travelled 8 hours, little bit agitated, needed a beer. They handed me a pint glass, something similar to this, and they said, open that door to that fermenter, you'll see a tap, open the tap and pour yourself some of our fresh Helles lager. I did that. I sat in the sun, drinking fresh as you like Helles lager, and it was the most mesmerising experiences of my life. The sun was beating down, the barbecue was on, I was drinking incredible Helles lager. And from that moment on, I've never looked back. Absolutely never looked back with German beer. This has got a really nice balance to it. It's crisp, it's refreshing. A little bit of sweet malt coming through to begin with, wafer-like malt. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. Out of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. And then you've got that kind of spicy, peppery hoppiness on the back end. But it's not overly hoppy. It's not massively, massively hoppy. Here's the question. And this is a decent enough question, I think, to ask you guys. This beer, this Kolsch style beer, of course, it's brewed in the Köln region of Germany. It tastes very much like a Helles lager. It's got that very similar kind of slightly dialed back bitterness that you get with a Helles lager, and that kind of sweet, crisp biscuitiness of the malt to begin with. So my question to you guys, and I'd love an answer on this, is Kolsch is called Kolsch because of the region in Germany that it's brewed in. Is it, so other parts of Germany, is it very similar to a Helles lager? For me, it's a very, very similar drink. It's a very, very similar beer. In fact, if you handed me this and a Helles lager, it would be difficult for me to tell the two apart. And maybe a follow-up question to this is, if it is indeed very much like a Helles lager, did the Helles lager style become a style of its own right because of Kolsch? Because of Kolsch. They're my two questions to you. If I'm completely wrong, or if I'm guessing, if I'm barking up the wrong tree, please let me know in the comments box. But this is delicious. Absolutely delicious beer. The brewery, let's have a look. Private Brewery Reissdorf, 50996 Köln in Germany. Half litre bottle. Lovely. Really, really lovely beer. You got the kind of that Reissdorf imprint on the label. Very, very good. Very, very good beer. I'm going to rate it. Again, my love affair for German beer just keeps growing and growing and growing. Great lacing on the glass, great look to the beer, still got great carbonation, still got a great head on it as I'm drinking the beer down. It's just spot on, absolutely spot on. I like that Kolsch enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. If I reviewed that Kolsch about 8 years ago, when that thing didn't click in my mind for German beer, I'd probably be giving that a 6 out of 10. But I've just learned to love German beer so much that I know a lot of you have been reviewing a lot of German beer recently. And certainly in the comments box, there's been a few people saying, you know, oh, The ratings are really high lately. The ratings are really high. That's because I'm reviewing really good quality German beer, and I'm just loving it, absolutely loving it. So yeah, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.